great one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills.
I'm about to, what can I do right now? Streaming it on my YouTube channel.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
This will be a return from deep in the end zone.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
On the double. And cycle.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. From the 16, Tua. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Tua. High time, now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Tua on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Jerome Baker crashing downhill and getting the stop.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it, got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. To throw, it's Allen. Fighting Knox there, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talked often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Getting the ball is Cook, running left. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Tapped forward by Allen on the jet sweep. And they'll get him down right about the 20.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in.
And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Allen to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. James Cook, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Bills are on the board first here in this division round matchup. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Okay, right?
Here's Mostert. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Tua with a quick throw, caught out wide. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that will lead to a 3rd and goal.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps, and they're there and end up making the play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Sanders' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
We'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed 1st down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
On 2nd down, Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Allen going to go on 4th down. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I think it was apparent that they were ready for that one. All you had to do was look at the line of scrimmage from a defensive standpoint. They brought in some extra bulk, wanted the point of attack, and stopped that run for a loss.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Come on, set.
Tua now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Ready, quick.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. 2 now, 3rd and goal. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Sanders is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Running off tackle with Cook. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And Diggs has it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards that time for number 14.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go...
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. The big fella. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Going deep for Diggs. And that's caught inside 35. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps them playoff time. And those are some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And that's going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Room here to run. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now, because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Christian Wilkins showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen. He's got the hook up.
Oh, Jesus. I did not think he was going to throw there.
Slip across the 35. That'll put it north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. It's a first down.
Help me out, partner. Did they use up all their juice on 2nd down when they got the sack? Because on 3rd down, 0 pressure, all the time in the world, and he picks up the first down with that throw.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Cook again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now They struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. It's complete to Diggs. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They run it again with Cook. And some room to work. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 and the 15. 43 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Allen's throw is complete, and he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Hines will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. On second and goal, Allen. And it's caught. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And this brings up a 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Miami defense trying to keep them out. They haven't let them in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? To throw, it's Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go. So when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
The Bills offense staying out there as they'll line up and go for 2. Allen will try to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd and 9. Tua. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. And now both of these defenses have something to brag about following this one, each with a pick-6 today.
They are even there, but we still have to decide a winner, don't we, partner? And what they really want to brag about after this one is getting that W. The turnovers are great. Can they make plays now that tilt the balance in their favor?
So after the INT, it's Allen. And they are 3 for 3 on two-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That third down conversion good for 23.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from him.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Tua sets up to pass it. Trying to lay one up deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to get it back here just past the 35. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago. That turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And some space here. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. They run again on first down. Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Allen. Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. They only needed 1 yard on third down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
Throwing is Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And, the stadium clock says 0, but the one on your screen is the one that matters, and the officials say yes, it's a timeout with 1 second left to go and a field goal try forthcoming to potentially send us to overtime. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And the Bills have tied the game here in the fourth. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
What a game this has been, and now it'll take overtime to decide who goes on to the AFC title game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And CD, we get to see the debut of the brand new postseason overtime rules. Now, as everybody is learning, both teams are going to be guaranteed an offensive possession. So they might get the ball first here, but a touchdown does not right away win the game.
And we saw many marker games along the way that sparked a lot of conversation. But the Buffalo-Kansas City game in the 2022 playoffs, that really brought about this rule change. What an amazing game, a true classic. Ended in overtime without Buffalo getting a shot with the football, and the people didn't like that at all. So starting this season, if you make the playoffs, you'll get a chance to answer if the other team scores first, and that way you get a chance to keep a great game as well as your hopes alive as you chase the big prize.
Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. First throw of overtime for Allen. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. The defense coming through there, CD, with a big-time play, and they're getting close here to getting off the field and giving their offense a chance to win this ball game.
And partner, no one's cheering louder after that play than their offensive teammates, because they understand how different things would be if instead of going out and needing a touchdown to tie things up, they could run out there with a chance to win the game right there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. Just looking down at this with a naked eye, looks like they have about 1.5 yards. Any chance they go for it here?
There's a chance, but I have to say, punt the ball here. Get rid of this thing and try and help your defense a little bit. I know there's that temptation, and I know people have it on their play sheet. I have that one play that'll get me what I need, but if you don't get it, you pretty much handed the game to the other team.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. A touchdown would obviously be ideal to start this overtime. They'd still need to play defense, but it's 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Emmanuel Ogbah picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game, and boy, they did it well.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. All they need is a field goal. Any kind of score here on this 2nd drive would be a game winner. It's 1st and 10. All right, what can Tua do now with his drive in OT? He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both offenses sputtering a little bit here in overtime, Charles, but give credit to the defenses and certainly credit to them on that last And that is a huge interception.
I will absolutely do that. They deserve the credit because they forced a punt on the opening drive of overtime. You know no one wants to give up the ball in OT. And now you have them back out there knowing it only takes a field goal to win this game. Big-time defensive plays being made.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That play over before it got anywhere thanks to Christian Wilkins. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football, right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
Here's Allen. And Diggs has it. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them at overtime.
10 more there and another 1st down. Josh Allen, he says that he wants to continue to perfect executing the run-pass option. Looked pretty good there.
And he's put in the minds of all people trying to defend him that his legs create big plays. So guess who benefits?
His running back.
You no doubt about it, and we just saw it there.
Left side, Cook. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. No wasted time from Channing Tindall on that play. He got back there in a hurry and met him to stop him for a loss. Now, do you try for more yardage or get to the spot that your kicker wants? Here's 2nd down. Now Cook running right. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. One overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that 2nd overtime in just a moment. Welcome back to the divisional round of the playoffs. A 2nd overtime moments away. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. In motion goes the tight end. Third down. Here's a run by Cook. Down right around the 25. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So all eyes now on Tyler Bass. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to book a trip to the AFC title game. And he got it. The kick is good. And they have won it here in double overtime. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship. And now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
I'm done. I'm telling the nigga good game. Like,
yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we not a ride nobody wave, we're the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grrr.
Trust, me taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog, pretty leash. Where's the love in the streets? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when me ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cutscene, but on my pockets, me need my DNA. Baby for lunch, but we call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them don't get the same. Me and them don't get the same. For that, they gonna know who the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only come for the money bags and I don't really wanna be famous. You know what's up? We going crazy, we at the top and we never gonna stop. Hop in a ghost, I'ma get swayzy. I just got off of the jet and I cry. I win it, alhamdulillah. I be on go cause I come from the shot. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the locks. Chirac, Timmer, in the cut like I'm Fredo Santana. Who's you benching? I hop in the Bama, the world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm up in the hills, I feel like I'm Lauren, you ready or not? I like who got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980 Prezi Rolly, we been working overtime. The witness, the police, the pigs, I don't eat swine. Son of Jacob, this biblical, my flow, the holy God. Save money ground up in the gutter where they found us. Stones in the faint mouth.